Hey guys, welcome to GeekTechTV. Today's video is going to be quite an interesting one. We're going to go over everything we know about the new iPhones so far. Now, what we know about the new iPhone so far is there's going to be 3 different models, right, that are going to come in 3 different sizes. So, like, there'll be the R, or the base model, or the lower model, then the mid-tier, and then the max model. We're not too sure what the naming conventions would be. It's kind of anyone's guess currently, because we're past the X, and are we going to go to the X1? We're probably still going to see OLED and LCD screens based on the leaks we've had from case manufacturers like Pitaka. We're probably going to see a square cutout at the back with extra cameras for each one. So we're going to have the mid-tier, I'm just, for the sake of the argument, I'm going to call it the 11, 11 Pro, and 11 Peasant. So the 11 Peasant's probably going to have 2 lenses. The 11 and the 11 Pro are probably going to have 3 camera lenses, but they're all going to have a square cutout in the back, which is nothing new. I mean, we've seen the square cutout on Android phones that have come out this year. My only concern is sort of A, how far the square cutout protrudes, and also, you know, with the 2 lens setup, they didn't have to do a square cutout, but I guess it's making sure that everything follows sort of the same design language. The next things are probably going to be like a matte back rather than a glossy back, and probably using a newer version of Gorilla Glass, which is probably going to improve its shadow resistance. Again, that's kind of status quo, right? Every year, Corning, the company that makes Gorilla Glass, which actually originally started making baking trays and sheets made of glass, which they don't anymore, because they followed where the demand was. So they obviously release a new version of their glass every year, and usually manufacturers will take that on, right? So Apple's probably going to have a more shadow-resistant, possibly matte finish on their phones. As a result of the fact that we're going to have more shadow-resistant glass, and we're going to have stronger glass, we'll probably also get better water resistance. Now, hopefully, we'll get like IP68, or we'll actually get a waterproof phone for once. That would be fantastic, but I'm not holding my breath. The other rumor is we might get bilateral wireless charging, which means that your iPhone should hopefully now be able to wirelessly charge other iPhones. I'm guessing that initially it's just going to be for the AirPods. That would be my guess, just because I don't foresee Apple letting you wirelessly charge an Android phone. So let's see what happens with that, but hey, cool feature. And lastly, we're probably going to get an A13 chip, a newer chip, Apple's own silicon. I don't think anyone's ever complained about Apple's own silicon being fantastic. So hopefully it'll have their A13 Bionic chip, which means it's going to scream. Lastly, all devices are probably going to get at least sort of 33%, or the RAM is going to get bumped up by gigabyte in each of their devices. So on your screen, hopefully I'll display what that. Basically, what you're getting this year is another incremental update to the iPhone, which is really, really frustrating for me. Like, from a consumer's perspective, it's frustrating because the last one was an incremental upgrade as well, and the one before that. So you've had guys or girls or whatever, you've had people that love Apple products or iPhones now receive yet another incremental update. Now, if Samsung had tried something like this, or if Google had tried something like this, they would have been crucified for it. The reason why Apple gets to get away with this is because we tend to give them our money, and people believe Apple's why, right? They're still going to make beautiful products that work well. The iPhone 11 is still going to be a fantastic piece of hardware for the price that they're demanding for it. There's no doubt about that. The frustrating thing is you've got a company that is consistently making fantastic products that are dragging us on for one more year. Like, we, at this point, consumers deserve a new iPhone, and we're not getting a new iPhone. We're getting an incremental update. So if you currently have like the XS Max or whatever it is, which I own, I personally would hold off. I'd wait another year, and I'd wait another year because Apple in 2020, and there's, again, this has been leak season. In 2020, Apple is set to bring some amazing features to their new iPhone. What they should be doing this year, they're going to do in 2020. Things like USB-C, So they're going to get rid of Lightning, USB-C is going to come in. Things like a whole new design physically, like a completely new body. In fact, I mean, Apple themselves have stated that they're working on a foldable phone, right? I'm not saying that'll happen in 2020, but at least we're getting a new design, which we should be, again, getting this year. I mean, the iPhone is set to get a 120 hertz display by 2020. The iPad already has a high refresh rate display, and it looks gorgeous. It's amazing. It's fantastic. But we've got to wait yet another year for the iPhone to get that. The iPhone is going to finally get 5G. Not that I'm too hyped about 5G, but that's going to happen in 2020 as well. And like massive camera upgrades. Now Apple's been a market leader in cameras, and we're probably going to get like a depth or a time of flight sensor by 2020. There's so much that they're making us wait till 2024, which they really shouldn't be. Like we deserve everything that I've just mentioned to you in bullet points this year, and there's no reason why Apple shouldn't be able to execute on that. In fact, if you think about it, my MacBook, USB-C, my iPad Pro, USB-C, frickin' every other Apple device, you know, and their main sort of lineup that they're trying to get consumers to buy, USB-C, iPhone, Lightning. Why? Because we make money off Lightning. USB-C is a standard, can't really make money off USB-C. That's the frustrating thing. So Apple, like from a consumer's perspective, from a guy who has purchased your product with his own money, and will probably continue to do so, you know, because I think they're great products. Probably not this one. We'll still review the unit, so feel free to go ahead and subscribe. We'll review the unit, but this is probably something that I'm not going to purchase and keep with my own money. I'll probably purchase with my own money, review it, and then see you later. Hand it over to a friend or something. So that's us for the week. My opinion, again, if you currently own like a XS Max or even like a 10 or a 10R, I mean 10R were their biggest seller. If you own that phone, I don't see a tangible reason. There isn't enough of a big of a gain for you to go ahead and upgrade. I'd wait till 2020, unless you're the kind of person that upgrades every year, in which case Apple could release a potato, and you'll go ahead and buy one. So that's us for the week. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you think that you should totally upgrade every year, let me know. I personally am not a fanboy of Apple or Android. I see merits in both. Therefore, you know, I own both. Same goes for Windows, really. You know, I own a Mac OS device and I own Windows. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Hit the like button if you like the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more like it. And hit the bell notification icon so that you know when we have new videos. Peace.